Hi everyone. Yeah, today I'm discussing about the Kroger company. So, which is the US based company Kroger. So, these are the data engineer questions. So, which they have asked for 4 years of experience. And let us discuss these questions one by one. So, just explain about what is the company Kroger. So, Kroger is a retail media factory industry in the US, so which they supply the online groceries, clothes, and they have the research team in data scientist, and so they are now in the AI. So they are using the fast deliveries by using the drone technologies, all those. So this is a short introduction about the Kroger company. So maybe it will be helpful for our users. So let me explain the first question. So they asked about what is the end-to-end architecture which you have performed in your data engineer project. So you can explain with the tools which you have used, and what is the output, and what is the sync location you are using. So you can explain according to your project, and you can mention your project which is related to any manufacturing, retail, or bank, like that. So it depends on your end-to-end architecture, but make sure you can cover all the like what is the output. Make sure you make sure what is the use case here, like business case, like what is the problem you are solving here. Okay. So next question they ask how it is useful to the business and what problem have you solved. So for every pipeline or every notebook you design for some purpose, like for any dashboard creations for the Power BI team, or the data which is you design may be used for the data scientist team to build the ML models. So you can explain accordingly. Next question. So they ask how many teams are what are the teams you have connected while working in the project or while building the pipeline. So you can explain, I have connected with the data scientist team and to get some input from that data scientist team, how they are building and which tables they are most focusing, like some inputs. And you can tell them I have connected with the business teams because what are the dashboards and what are the charts they are designing the Power BI Tableau platform, so that you can explain them. Or you can explain like I have connected with the QA and UAD team while testing the pipelines or the jobs which you have built, like that you can explain. And you can tell like if I have got any blockers I will connect with like the client side, like that you can explain your own way. So and next question they asked about how you are connecting ADF to the Databricks. You can explain by service principle based on your project usage. And they ask how you are testing with and which tools used for testing in Q and UAT. And you can explain like I have used PyChart, PyTest, and also we used to insert the duplicate records in the source and whether it is copied to source sync or not. You can explain some text cases. And sixth question they asked about this cost optimization techniques, and this is the first time I'm heard this question, cost optimization techniques. So this question please make sure you can check from online or any other person how they are implementing this cost optimization techniques to get reduce the cost for the business usage. Okay. And they are asked about how you are monitoring and pipelines and how you handle the pipelines. You can explain with mail configuration system, we are getting the alerts, and we are going to the ADF, and there we have monitor section. In the monitor section we are going to check the particular pipeline, and we are solving according to those pages. And next question they ask about how you schedule the jobs or pipelines and why you use schedule and event trigger. Can explain based on the use case. And the next question they ask about have you faced any production issues and how you had handled those issues. Can explain them. This video particularly I'm explaining what are the questions they have asked. I'm not going into the detailed solutions. Make sure you pause the video and you can note it down these questions and you can practice, so that maybe it will be helpful for any other interviews for the future. And as I said earlier, it's Kroger company. They asked about what is the Kroger. Make sure, and whenever you're going to any interview or any client interview, make sure you know the company, so that you can research the company present technologies and what is their business, what are the use cases they are building, is there any research going on on a product. So definitely they will ask this question because they want to know how you are curious about the research this company. Okay, this point will make a good sense to the interviewer. Okay, this guy has some research skills, he done some research about our company. Okay, and they ask about the CI/CD process. So here we have used Azure DevOps, so you can explain if you have used any like GitLab like that. Okay, and next question they ask about what are the activities and services used in the ADF, like Azure Key Vault, the Logic apps, all those services. You can explain. The activities means like lookup activity, get metadata, data flows, filters, union, joins, for each copy activity. You can explain those activities. And they asked about this common question, automation techniques and why you have used those techniques. And they ask about how you handle blockers, like while developing any pipeline or job you will get some blockers, like some any connection issues or any parameter issues or code issues. So you can tell like I got this blocker, I research from some research material or somewhere else and SOPs, but I didn't get the logic, so I connected with higher member like from client side as soon as possible to sort out that issue. Okay, because you don't want to wait 2 days or 3 days if you got any blocker. First you need to make sure you do the pre-request and research about that blocker, and then you can, if still you didn't get the answer for the blocker, you can go ahead with the senior people. Okay, and they ask about what is the cluster size and what are and different types of clusters we have used. You can explain them. Okay, these are the major questions. They took around 1 hour I think. So they asked about all those questions and they explained about how they are working in the current project. So they are working between cross cloud platforms between Azure and the GCP. Okay, and whatever they are building the pipelines and notebooks, they are being used by the data scientist team to build the ML models. So they are good. Okay, it's like a mostly conversational instead of the, it's not a Q&A, it's mostly the conversational. Yeah, I hope this video will helpful for you to prepare the interviews for the data engineer. Yeah, thank you guys.